This is me at 16 years old, and this is me just 6 months later, a signed model, walking runways, booking print ads. I was even on the cover of a romance novel. So it definitely is possible to glow up pretty quick. Now I was thinking to myself, if I was to do it all over again and I only had 30 days to increase my appearance, what would I do? So I decided to make this video. Not only to help you guys, but also as a little reminder to myself, because I'm gonna be honest, I've been kind of just coasting recently and I've given up some of the practices that helped me, years ago. So this is just a reminder to get back in the game and, try to maximize myself in every way. So I got a list written out. This is gonna be quite the complex video, so buckle in, let's do this thing. Of course, it's important to keep in mind that we need to have realistic expectations. Everybody has different genetics. Everybody has some God-given gifts, some God-given weaknesses. Me, for example, I'm never gonna be Jordan Barrett or Sean O'Pride. They have simply far different blueprint than me, but I can be Brett Maverick, and that's all that matters. So no matter where you're starting from, no matter what you look like right now, these are gonna help you, and these are gonna make you more attractive within 30 days, I promise, if you actually apply them fully. So this is how to glow up in 30 days. We're gonna start with the most easily applicable things you can do right now, and then we're gonna end with the things that are a little bit more of an investment, a little bit more of delayed gratification, things that are gonna take a little longer to actually pay off. So maybe it's obvious, maybe it's not, but I think by far the easiest way to boost your appearance right now, you can do it right now, you can stand up and do it, correct your posture. Now, I remember when I met this other YouTuber, a super big YouTuber, had like 2.5 million subscribers. He was the same height as me. And first time I met him, I was walking next to him. I looked over and I realized he had such incredible posture. He was just commanding the presence around me. I felt so inferior. And in that moment, I decided, you know what? You gotta fix your and like, you look like a little toddler next to him, so get your together. So I did some research, and it's actually been proven that increasing your posture, increasing your presence actually has a significant positive correlation to your testosterone and your happiness hormones. I mean, it makes sense if you're living a life where you're constricted, you're trying not to take up space, and you're slouching and looking like a slob. Of course, you're probably gonna have high cortisol levels, high stress levels, and you're not gonna be creating as much testosterone or happiness hormones. You're gonna be a sad piece of shit. Like you. So this is a pretty simple fix. Just keep your head up, your chest out, and your shoulders rolled back and down a bit. Now there's a couple ways you can make sure you're doing this at all times. One of them is a mental trick, and the other one I'm going to share with you is an actual physical trick. The physical trick I call the string theory. Now, I don't think I made this up. I think somebody else said it and I'm just echoing it. And it's simply to imagine that there's a string connected from the back of your skull and the other end is attached down at your tailbone. And imagine that someone is simply pulling that string tight like a puppet master, and it's cinching up your spine, pulling your head back in line with your shoulders and your neck, and then of course in line with your shoulders and the bottom of your spine. Now every time I remember this trick, that string theory, get it, play on words like with the scientific theory that everything is made out of strings, but every time I think about this, I immediately feel better and feel more commanding and just more confident in myself. Then of course I said I'd share an actual physical one with you. And that's to get one of these little back brace things. I'll link it down below. You can pick it up on Amazon. It's like 10, 15 bucks. Yeah, it looks like this. So it's simply this 8-ring. One of your arms goes through each of these loops, and then in the back you cinch it tight and it pulls your shoulders backwards, correcting your posture immediately. So this is also an option. I'll link that down below. I used to wear it, but I feel like I've gotten to a point where I kind of conditioned myself to have proper posture through my many years of trial and practice. Now it's important not to selectively do this only when you're walking around, but also when you're sitting at your desk, when you're doing your homework, when you're leaning over playing video games. Fix that. Pull your shoulders back, head up, chest out. You could be the best looking guy in the world. You could be 6'4", ripped, handsome as hell, but if you have slouching couch potato posture, no one's gonna take you seriously. The next thing when it comes to posture that every CEO, every leader, everybody who has a commanding presence has in common is they're comfortable taking up space. It's just being comfortable doing expansive movements. If you're comfortable taking up space, spreading out. If you're on the couch, throw a shoulder up, across your arms instead of sitting there like you're on the subway, smashed between two morbidly obese people. It's a major sign of full, true confidence rather than just situational confidence. If you could go into a job interview and sit back, throw your arm over the couch, have your leg up, not in a disrespectful way, but in a way that I am comfortable in any and every single situation possible. People will see that and relate that as, I can trust this guy, he's comfortable in every situation, he can be a great ally to me and a leader if need be. Fix your posture, son. Now we get to the moments you've all been waiting for. Not really, maybe you have. Your skin. Gotta take care of your skin, baby. Models have nice skin. Why don't you have nice skin? Well, you're gonna. Because Teej Hanley is a sponsor of today's video. Shout out to Teej Hanley for sponsoring this video. I've been promoting Teej Hanley since even before I worked with them as a sponsored partnership. I love Teej Hanley. They are a subscription-based skincare. One of the most important things you can do for your skin is protect it with a moisturizer, especially if the moisturizer has sunblock in it. And you want at least SPF 15 because the sun does crazy damage to your skin over a long period of time. You're probably young enough now where you don't realize it, but you gotta be ready and start protecting your skin for the next 20, 40 years in the future. So the daily moisturizer I use is Teej Hanley's AM moisturizer. They offer 3 different levels of skincare regimens. I recommend, if you don't know where to start, then just starting with the basic level, which comes with a morning and evening moisturizer, a daily face wash, and a exfoliating scrub. That's the one I use. But yeah, this just makes my life so much easier. You sign up and then it's delivered to your door each and every month without you even having to move a muscle. Saves me trips down to the beauty store or drugstore. I just don't even have to think about it and just taken care of. Wow, setting change. I'm here at my parents' house in Colorado and I was editing this video. I realized I didn't even tell you guys the awesome deal. So since Teej Hanley sponsored this video, they're offering my viewers 30% off of your first box. So just click the link down below, get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Click the link down below, get started today, get your skin looking right. Oof. One other thing that I recommend doing for your skin, which I don't think Teej Hanley offers at this time, but it's retinol. Retinol is a nutrient that helps combat wrinkles. And wrinkles, another one of those things that they're gonna start creeping up on you. I already kind of like see them creeping in here on these smile lines. So I picked up a retinol solution that I put on before I go to bed. I don't have it on me right now, but trust me. And it's definitely gonna help your skin in the long run. So if you haven't already, start doing that. Now, obviously, when you're looking at somebody, what's the first thing you look at? First part of your face, probably the eyes. I think people first look at your eyes. This is like the ultimate looks maxing speed run. So how do you maximize your eyes? Well, first thing is, I think you don't want to try to have prey eyes. There's 2 types of eyes normally. I mean, there is actually everywhere in between, but you know, in the looks maxing world, there's prey eyes and hunter eyes. Prey eyes are kind of like this, where you look a little bit more like a victim, where you're kind of surprised, maybe a bit scared. And then there's prey eyes, which you have this little bit of skin fold over your eye, and your eye is a bit wider and flatter because of that skin fold and the relaxed position of your eyebrows. So my best advice for this is to simply practice relaxed eyebrow expression. If you're walking around, you're laughing a lot, you're smiling all the time, it's not a bad thing, but you know, if you do it too much, you're gonna look like a little kidding. None of you guys are little you guys are Brett Maverick watchers, so you're absolute chads, or chads in training. Yeah. But there are some products that can help your eye appearance. It's long known that your eyebrows add a lot of dimension to your face. They give you the look of a prominent brow ridge, which is, you know, highly sought after. It's very common in, you know, acting and models, and it just gives dimension and separation to your face. So if you're not gifted with bushy, big eyebrows, you can pick up something called Rapid Brow, which is something that you simply apply to your eyebrows. It is a polypeptide that delivers proper nutrients and proteins to increase growth of your eyebrows. And of course, we can't talk about Rapid Brow without talking about Rapid Lash. It's simply the same thing, another serum that you apply to your eyelashes, and it promotes growth and length and thickness of your eyelashes. Eyelashes are another thing that, you know, add a lot of dimension. They kind of make your eyes pop a little bit and make people look at your eyes, and they kind of look like they sparkle a little bit. That's why all the guys in boy bands have long eyelashes, you know, Zayn Malik, Harry Styles. It's a nice, pretty boy look. And the last thing that you can do is called Lumify. How many of you guys have like red eyeballs? How many of you guys have like a little bit of like redness in your eyes? Like maybe you got like some red veins going? I definitely do most of the time during the day. Well, Lumify is this product. It's a bromodanine tartrate ophthalmic solution redness reliever eye drops. So yeah, it's basically an eye drop, but I guess it focuses mainly on the redness. I have also used just typical eye drops before. Those work well too. But yeah, so this is really popular recently. You just apply this and it gets rid of the redness, and apparently nice white eyeballs, or the white part that's supposed to be white of your eyeballs, is a sign of virility and healthiness, and which, you know, subconsciously is attractive to whoever you're trying to attract. So why not optimize that? Now, I don't know what's in this. I don't know if it's going to be bad for your eyes in the long run. Hopefully it's no worse than typical eye drops. So yeah, I only use this every once in a while, but yeah, try it out if you want. Now, obviously, when you look at someone, the next easiest thing and most obvious thing to fix besides posture is their hair. Now, it's easily fixable because there's instant manipulations you can do to it. You can apply different products, you can apply different temperatures, you can use different physical tools, you know, a brush, a comb, whatever. But first, you need to actually have the hair in the first place. We got 30 days though, so relax. So the first thing we need to do is actually accomplish long, healthy hair. Now, you're only going to be able to grow your hair about an inch at most in a single month. So this is a bit of a delayed gratification thing, a bit of an investment, but there's some things you can do to actually promote healthy long hair. First thing, start taking a biotin supplement. Biotin is an ingredient that has a positive effect on your skin, hair, and nails. People figured this out a long time ago, probably 100+ years ago, because these farmers started putting biotin in the mineral blocks that you give to your livestock and your horses, your cattle. They thought it would just, you know, help them be healthier and whatnot. When they put the biotin in these mineral blocks, they noticed that the horses started growing a lot longer hair and nails. So people adopted this. They said, I want longer and healthier skin, hair, and nails. So people started taking biotin. It's a natural substance, but none of us get nearly enough of it. You can pick some up down at, you know, your local drugstore, Walmart, pretty much anywhere. It's super cheap. Number 2 is start applying argan oil to your hair every single day. You can get a huge bottle of it for like $5. It's a simple natural oil that protects your hair follicles, protecting them from damage and promoting growth, basically. So I haven't done this in quite some time. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, but I used to do this every single day. I'd, you know, get the gel kind, lather some between my hands, and then just rake it through my hair and try to cover every last inch of my hair with the argan oil. So those are the 2 big things that are going to help in the next month with your hair length and actual quality. Next is going to be something you can do for the actual color, and that's to use a toning shampoo. Bet you've never heard of those, have you? Well, the one I like to use and the one most people like to use is called Shimmer Lights, or purple shampoo, some people call it. I use the blonde and silver because I am actually blonde. My hair is actually kind of brown now after this hair transplant, but you know, I am blonde. This helps tone and just bring out the natural colors and shine of your hair. So I don't use this too much, but maybe like once a month I'll use Shimmer Lights just to try to maximize the tone and the color of my luscious, beautiful blonde locks. So when I'm showering, I'll just put it in there. I'll leave it for like a few minutes to kind of like settle in and actually like do its thing, you know, get to work, and then I'll wash it out. And then afterwards, I'd notice an immediate effect on the color and tone of my hair. It looks nice and shiny and soft and smooth and blonder. You guys should definitely do it. Next is very simple. Well, maybe it's not as simple as I thought. It's, you got to pick a hairstyle that suits you. And there's no one size fits all with this. But I will say, one of my favorites, and I think one of the most timeless hairstyles for a young man like myself who is not of African or a darker complexion. You know, they have different hair textures and styles that work better for them, which I am not too knowledgeable about, I'm sorry. But for a young white man like myself, I think the most timeless hairstyle is the classic side part, which I'm wearing right now. I wish my hair was a little longer. It just looks a little bit better when the hair is a little bit longer, but you know, do what I can before that. Now, the hairstyle that you are going to end up adopting is highly dependent on the shape of your face and your hair texture, length, and whatnot. And generally speaking, when you're picking a hairstyle for your face shape, you want to pick a hairstyle that is the opposite dimension as your face shape to kind of balance it out. Me, for example, I got a bit of a longer square face, so taller, higher hairstyles like a quiff or pompadour don't really look that good on me. I want a hairstyle that is a little bit wider, kind of evens out, makes me look more, you know, symmetrical. Whereas if I had a shorter face, then a quiff or a pompadour would probably look pretty good on me. People with triangle shaped faces can pretty much get away with any hairstyle. They're very lucky. But you know, that's not me, and that's for you to determine. But me as a white male with lighter complexion, the hairstyle that I always end up falling back onto is this one, which is the traditional side part. I also find this hairstyle being pretty consistent and timeless with modeling. Like, this has been a popular hairstyle 60 years ago, even 100 years ago, and it's still popular now. So maybe if you don't know what hairstyle to try, maybe maybe try this one. So how to achieve this is simply out of the shower when your hair is wet, dry it with the towel, blow dry it while you're also combing it with a soft bristle brush until it is completely dry, and I mean that. And then I apply some hair paste. This just adds some shine, some structure, and it is not a hard hold. If you want a harder hold where it looks a little bit more stiff and like durable, I guess, then you're gonna want to use something like a clay. So that's how I get my hairstyle. And yeah, I don't know, and I'm not really sure how much else I can talk about hair. If you want, you can spray it with some hairspray to kind of hold it in place, but it's simply impossible and impractical for me to cover every single hairstyle in one video. So that's it when it comes to hair. On to the next section. Teeth. Teeth are the next thing of your face. Teeth are extremely simple. There's not a whole lot of things you can do. Brush your teeth twice a day. You guys know that. Wear your retainer if you have one. But what I've noticed is the most important thing is to make sure that your teeth are clean and white. Doesn't matter so much if they're, you know, out of alignment. Obviously, you do want to get that sorted out eventually, but since you can't take care of it right now, then what's the next best thing, right? Make sure they actually are clean and white. So brush your teeth twice a day, obviously. What's up? Floss. Floss every single day. But also, I recommend doing a teeth whitening strip like at least once a week. I need to pick some up. I've been really bad about it, but something that I wish I would do more is using it. I drink a lot of coffee, so I know I'm like kind of like staining my teeth a little bit. I definitely need to pick up some teeth whitening strips. So this is a little hypocritical, but I'm definitely gonna go out after this video and pick some up and start using them. But if you want to glow up in 30 days, having white teeth is definitely one of the easiest ways to do that. So Crest whitening strips, they're definitely the most popular. I think they're like 10 or 11 bucks. Go pick them up and start whitening them damn chompers, okay? And the last segment of the face that we're going to be talking about, we talk about this a lot. It's one of the biggest indications of being a model. It's your jaw, right? There's not a lot of immediate effects you can do for your jawline, but one thing you can do is simply start developing and pumping up this masseter muscle here. This masseter muscle is what gives structure to your jaw along with your mandible, you know, the actual bone, but you can't really change the bone within 30 days, but you can actually develop this jaw a little bit. Just like any other muscle, if you train it, it will grow if you reach hypertrophy. So I recommend chewing a lot of gum, and of course I'm going to shout out my own gum, which is called Brett's Jawline Chewing Gum. This is a chewing gum that I developed with Jawliner, my partners, that is 10 to 15 times harder to chew than normal chewing gum. So if you chew this, you're gonna feel it, I swear. Like, it is a workout for your jaw. So I'll link that down below as well. Style. Style is a difficult one because, like your hair, there's no one size fits all. There is no simple answer. This looks good on everyone. And also, I could tell you what I want to wear and what style I like, but a lot of you aren't going to like that, you know? Some people are into streetwear. Some people want to look more classical, more classy. Maybe you're into business cash. Maybe you want to look like Andrew Tate with your Rolex and your suit pants. But I can tell you some things that look good on utterly and completely everybody, and that is some simple jewelry. Maybe you guys noticed that. Got a couple rings. I got this bracelet. I got a little watch, another ring. That's kind of like tricking people into thinking you know about style. If you pick on a couple rings, you know, they think you know about fashion. And I noticed this early on when I started modeling. Every single model had like a couple rings and maybe like a necklace or something. I'm not wearing a necklace right now, but accessorize them, man. That's it. It's one of those things that just gives the illusion, and you could apply it to pretty much any type of style. If you're wearing a suit, you put on some rings, it looks cool. If you're wearing streetwear, you put on some rings and necklace, it looks cool. But what I will say that I've noticed is that most male models kind of tend to stick to the staples. They don't wear crazy streetwear or super high fashion in their daily lives. They wear kind of like simple, you know, sweaters, turtlenecks, black. Models wear a lot of pure black, you know, black t-shirt, black shoes, black boots, black pants. Not a lot of crazy stuff, you know, crazy graphic t-shirts with a lot of print going on, or like weird, you know, I know a lot of these TikTokers today are wearing like those crazy young LA shorts in the gym and like weird graphic tees. A lot of male models, they actually look like they wear athletic. And if you're training your body, you got your body, your hair and face and shit in check, then you can kind of get away with wearing whatever you want. So if I were you and I didn't know where to start, I had 30 days, I'd go pick up some staples. I'd go to H&M, I'd look at the actual mannequins, what are they wearing? And I'd get that and I'd, you know, try it on, make sure it fits. But they're professionals. The people that set up these department stores, they study this shit. They study what's trending, so they dress up their mannequins in that garb. So look at them, dressed like that. Throw a couple little rings, fucking necklace, you're chilling. So that almost does it as far as style goes, but I'm not gonna leave you without this one simple hack. This is a way that you can dress up any outfit, and I mean any outfit. And this is the long coat trick. Go to the store and you get a long pea coat. You can wear a long pea coat with absolutely any outfit. You can wear it with streetwear, you can wear it with joggers, you can wear it with a tracksuit. I wouldn't recommend wearing it with a tracksuit actually, but you can wear it with classic fitting clothes, staples, and it just dresses up any outfit and is another little illusion that you know how to dress well. So a simple black or dark gray pea coat that ends somewhere between your waist and your knees, throw that on. Instant way to dress up any outfit. Do it. And finally, we have the last segment and the biggest investment, but the highest payoff, and that is your physique. I remember looking in the mirror when I was about 11 years old, thinking, why is my waist wider than my chest? I look like maybe some of you can relate. One of the biggest indications, one of the reason models are models is because they have good structure. They have broad shoulders. Their shoulders are wider than their waist. They have a nice V-taper. And that's something I think most people probably want to achieve. I don't know, I would, right? And I did within probably 6 months. It's not hard. Now, I was a bit lucky because I had a little weight set in my basement. Maybe you have access to a gym, maybe you don't. That's why this is a bit difficult to, give advice on, because everybody has access to different equipment and stuff. So I'm gonna give you both. If you don't have access to a gym, this is what you're gonna do. This is your workout routine. You're gonna do 50 push-ups every single day. You can do it whenever you want. First thing in the morning, afternoon. I did it in the evening. That's when I did it when I was younger. You're gonna do 100 sit-ups. And then if you have a pull-up bar, you're gonna do at least 3 sets of 10 pull-ups. If you don't have a pull-up bar, take a broom, put it on 2 chairs, do reverse pull-ups. We're gonna try to build those lats, that upper back, because this and your shoulders are gonna be the 3 biggest things that determine that V-taper. If you can build these up wider than your waist, you'll get a nice V-taper and you'll look good. That's all you really need. Throw some abs in there, 100 sit-ups. That's gonna go towards your abs. Get a little bit of detail going into your abs. I swear, I remember when I first saw my abs start showing out of my little pudgy 11, 12-year-old belly. It was an exciting moment, man. And it only took like probably a month. You could probably see it within a month, at least a little bit of detail. Now, if you do have a gym, lat pull downs. You're gonna do the same. You're gonna do push-ups because you're not really used to this type of heavyweight movement with your chest. So you're gonna do push-ups, still same 50 push-ups a day. You're still gonna do your 100 sit-ups, but you're gonna do some lat pull-downs because it's far easier than pull-ups. If you can't do a pull-up yet, you know, it's tough doing 10 pull-ups in a row if you have never done a pull-up before, right? So you can do lat pull-downs. This is also gonna build those lats and that upper back to help you get that nice V-taper. You'll do 4 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. And again, I'm talking to you guys as if you're starting from complete scratch. You've never touched a weight before. You've never done any sort of self-development, and you wanna look smacks as hard as possible in the next 30 days. Obviously, if you've been working out, you've been in the gym, you're gonna be doing a much more advanced, much more complex workout than this, but this isn't that video. Obviously, when you start working out, you're not gonna immediately see definition, bulging muscles, wide shoulders, but by the end of the month, you'll see a little bit of change. 6 months later, you'll see a big change. Promise you that. So this is it, my full Looks Max glow up guide in 30 days. I know it's kind of a long one. This has probably been the longest video I've ever done, honestly, other than a podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer them in future videos. If you like the video, subscribe, and until next time, peace.